we found out that some
It's
TVA
school
property,
board.
is that correct?
Y'all were
It's
talking
school.
about cherry trees. TVA won't let you set a cherry tree out on their property.
It's school board property.
Where is that list?
Okay.
Was it given to them and they actually own it now?
I'm not sure, that's just what they said.
We've got a list.
Who is that?
The school board. I mean, you just have to ask them.
Well, I've got
TVA land, and we don't know whether the board owns the whole thing or is part of it TVA land, because if part is TVA land, then only certain trees can be planted.
According to what the TV station said, and they checked it out, TV said it was not their land.
It was not.
But the TV station, when they were in there interviewing me and interviewing Robbie and Tony Ball, and I don't know, that they said, we have checked with TVA, that this was land. We went to the courthouse and pulled that plat. Regardless of whose,
we did the same
regardless of
thing.
whose land it is, am I not right, Mr. Sandlin? TVA has given permission that any time that there's a safety issue or safety feature dealing with power lines coming down, that they have the right to cut those trees.
Well, we've been, the two substations there, we've been working with them all summer on these same
And
kind of projects.
As far as what kind of trees go back up, I want it to be as beautiful as I can.
Yeah,
If we
that's
can't do
whether-
cherry
That's
trees,
what we wanted to be sure before we decide that we're going to help. If it's TVA land, then there's a list of the only trees you can put there.
if it's
but if it
TVA
isn't-
land, I have been dealing with TVA with an easement, Tony and I have with an easement for this field house for a long, long time. And if it's TVA land, then I know the people to go to get permission from it, and I will. But what you may want to do, and I'm not going to do this, I have got to get back to other stuff in the school system. But if you want to do this, I would suggest that you call Steve Lamb at 48, Channel 48, and ask him who he talked to. Because he told us that TVA said they didn't own that land, and he has more information than I do, so y'all may want to get
But
with
it would,
him.
that was the only thing that came up with this. I'm glad you asked. Any other questions? And let me say now, since before you do,
Yep.
we agree the Power Board is doing a good job, all the things that he has gone
Absolutely.
through.
I agree.
Absolutely doing a good job. It just happens that we're not happy about this particular thing. But we are happy with the Power Board.
We're just like anybody, we're just like any company, we're gonna make some mistakes.
That's right.
And, we try to go about things
And we learn by them.
in a safe way and try to do what's best for the system and our customers. And that includes residential customers, commercial customers, and industrial customers. And I wanted to make sure I spent enough time talking about reliability and what that means to, some of our very important employers in the
And
community.
we're glad to know the things. Jim, you had a question.
Yes, I just been sitting here and listen. I'm sorry, but I have to say what I believe. And I can't say it's as a commission member necessarily, although I am, but as a citizen. I strongly disagree with your decision on this project that you did down here, okay? You have not shown me anything today that has changed my mind, all right? I even stronger disagree with the methodology that you and Dr. Berry used and the aura of clandestine nature that this whole thing was done. I think you did a very poor job of handling that, all right? I also take exception with you coming to us now, after the fact, and after you're under the gun, and asking for our help, when you stood right there and showed your lack of knowledge and willingness to come to us at any time in the past. You don't even know what we do, and now you come to us and ask us for help. I don't like that, and I think you did a very poor job of it. My opinion, Jim Reed, Scottsboro citizen. All right?
Any other comment?